Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. So Kasipul has been considered an ODM stronghold. How is the party defending its dominance in the region ahead of this by-election?
Dan and Michelle, good evening from Kasipul, which has been infamously flagged as the hotbed of electoral violence in the run-up to tomorrow's by-election, prompting the attention of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, which summoned the two front-runners in this race, finding each of them 1 million shillings and making them sign electoral peace charters. And we can report over the last 2 weeks, things have been calm here in Kasipul. And tonight, things are calm here in Kasipul. And in the next 9 hours or so, the polls will be opening across 142 polling stations here in this constituency. And the people of Kasipul shall seek to exercise their sovereign power vested on them by Article 1 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 by electing democratically their next member of parliament to represent them in Kenya's 13th parliament, albeit for a period of less than 2 years before the 2027 general election. This May poll was occasioned, of course, by the gangland-style assassination of the late former MP Charles Ong'ondo earlier in the year in Nairobi by unknown assailants. But IEBC says it is all systems go. Slightly more than 67,000 registered voters, according to the 2022 certified voter register, will be seeking to cast their ballots. We shall see what voter turnout is like. Where I am is a school hall at the Agoro Sare High School, which is a constituency tallying center here in this constituency. It is basically empty right now, which is to say that the IEBC has dispatched all the election materials to the polling stations. All the officials have their materials and are setting up in preparation for tomorrow. It will obviously be a different animal tomorrow during the tallying and the counting here at this hall. A total of 10 candidates have been cleared by the IEBC to run in this by-election, although political pundits say that there are two distinct horses in this election. That is ODM's Boyd Were and the independent candidate Philip Aroko. This has been a dominantly ODM seat since the formation of the party. And for the first time, the Philip Aroko is seeking to destabilize that dominance by challenging ODM. That is why it has been such a hotly contested campaign, leading to sometimes violence, leading to security concerns. And today, the Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen was in this constituency, accompanied by security top brass, assuring the people of Kasipul that everything has been set to make sure there is a peaceful election and there is security tomorrow. Kipchumba Murkomen saying that any politician that will be seen with so-called goons will not only be arrested, but also those transporting those goons will be arrested. Let's listen to the IEBC chairperson, Erastus Ethekon, also speaking from Kosele here in Kasipul.
The remaining few hours will be very important for us to continue maintaining that peace and to allow us to complete the final preparations so that then tomorrow we have the first voters arrive at the polling stations when we open as early as possible, the usual time. And we expect the polling process to continue peacefully until evening when we close the polling exercise. And then we move to the next phase, which is to count the votes and to give the people of Kasipul the results that they deserve.
So security concerns raised and cleared by the security top brass in the country, but still all eyes and pressure is on the stakeholders, the political players, the contestants, the two leading contestants, to make sure that their supporters behave in this election process. A lot of pressure on the ODM party and by extension the party chairperson, who is the governor of this county, Gladys Wanga, to make sure, and every other political party involved in this by-election, to make sure that there is peace and tranquility here in Kasipul. We have done walkabouts in Oyugi's town. Business was going on as usual. A lot of security officers deployed here in this tallying center and across the county the town of Oyugis and in the constituency, the security agents tell us. So tomorrow at 6 a.m. the polls open, and the people of Kasipul will seek to determine who their next MP is. My colleagues Bernardo Juang, George Odiwar and Sam Oko will be traversing and combing every of those polling stations to make sure you miss nothing. Back to you, Dan and Michelle in studio.
Many thanks, senior anchor and reporter Ben Kitili there live from Kasipul, Homa Bay County region, as he reports that has been termed a hotbed of violence in the run up to this by-election. Even a security top